I'm sitting there in class and they put this awful cartoon image of the former president up on the screen. And when I did that, as you saw in that video, my classmates began to laugh at me. And then days later, after I posted this to a TikTok, I had to actually make my account private because I've been getting some terrible threats. People telling me that I should go end my own life. Wow. And that I should hope that I don't run into them on campus. And the school's doing a great job of helping me stay safe right now, so I thank them for that.
That was Philip Bacacci, a student at Lynn University in Boca Raton, Florida, being interviewed on One American News Network, telling the story about how he responded when, quote, an awful cartoon image of the former president was put up on the screen during one of his classes. Apparently, this image showed Trump as a baby with a bib on, and there must have also been one where Donald was about to get his head cut off. Now, Philip started off this interview by saying, what happened in class on Monday is something I'm never going to forget because I stood up for my rights and I stood up for college kids across the country. And this needs to be said. Death threats aren't okay. That's not acceptable. There are easier, better ways to get rid of someone you disagree with. With that said, this story is more about how the other students responded to Philip. Luckily for us, he recorded what happened himself.
Professor, could we remove the photo, like a former president of the United States, looking like that? It's kind of disrespectful. What's so funny about it? He's actually a really good guy. Why isn't he a good guy?
That's all right. This is really good because...
No, you know what? He's a good guy. I know him. I've sat with him, and I've hung out with him multiple times. He's a good guy. You should be ashamed of yourself to think about that.
Kudos to you. I'm proud of you. We don't like Trump, though, because he don't like black.
That's not true. You know when the president was in office, black unemployment was at an all-time low? Did you know that? Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that. You know when Biden was senator, that he voted against blacks? Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that because you only believe in one thing. And if it's only thing relates with you. Have a good class.
He got laughed at. The other students laughed at him. And it looked like Philip left the classroom right after what he had to say about Trump and President Biden. More on this in a minute. But Philip isn't some patriotic martyr for truth and virtue. Speaking of, boy is announcing to a classroom that you know 45 before telling the black students in it that they don't know what Trump has done for them isn't the best look. And is Philip insinuating that Trump can't be racist because of a few policy decisions that kind of helped black unemployment, which it could be argued that employment rates at that time were a continuation of what Obama instituted during his administration? A debate between students could have been good right here, sure. Also, is he insinuating that because President Biden said and did racist things, that Trump isn't racist, or that the students in that class just don't know about Biden's racism? Whatever the case, Philip didn't fight his liberal class. And considering what he wants to do in the future, he may want to honestly question why institutions of higher learning are deemed to be liberal.
Look at this. You love Fox and Friends. What's your name?
Philip Bacacci, and I'm going to be president one day.
Oh my gosh. Well, you picked a good place to announce that.
Philip simply couldn't tolerate that other students don't find Trump's intolerance tolerable. Watch the logic of the cell phone and charger metaphor fall apart when Congresswoman Lauren Boebert was talking about free speech. You can find a link for this video in the description below. For more of my content, look for me on my YouTube channel called We Gonna Be Alright, or click on the Jeff Wiggins hashtag. As always, my architect knows Japanese.